What's up, guys? Silas778 here, back at it again with another video. And in this video I'm going to show you how to install this app called Altstore. Well, it says Alt Server, but that's the program we're going to be using, and it's called Altstore, and that allows you to install apps that aren't from the App Store without revoking, meaning that you could keep them forever. If you're familiar with that or unfamiliar, you can install third-party apps outside the App Store, but eventually Apple comes and they will sign them off. But with this, you'll be able to keep them forever, and I'll show you how to install that. So let's get right into it. Okay, so first thing you want to do is go to the Altstore website, and that will be linked in the description. And as you can see, I am on a MacBook Pro. What you want to do is that you would want to download it for your computer, whether you have Windows or Mac. In this case, I have Mac. Go ahead and click that. It'll go ahead and start the download, and then just wait for it to download. It should be the Alt Server DNG. Now, once that's all downloaded and said, you would want to go to the file here. It will look like this. That is the Alt Server. So go ahead and double click that. You should also see a little icon. On Mac, it would be in your search bar up here. On Windows, it might be in your search bar on the bottom. So what you want to do is that you would want to click on that, and right here it says install Altstore, but it says no connected devices. So I'm going to install it on my iPad here, and we'll go ahead and show you how to do that. First, you'd want to connect your iPad. Alright, now once your iPad's connected, it should pop up in that little, what is that, diamond there. So go again to hit install Altstore, and there it is. There's the iPad. So go ahead and click that. Now this is the interesting part. You would use your Apple ID, your current one, and this one for the password is not going to be your password to your Apple ID. As you can see the description here, it says if you have two-factor authentication enabled, please create an app-specific password for use with Altstore. And it gives you the website there. So you can either copy and paste that, or I'll leave a link in the description that'll take you straight there. Alright, so once you have entered your Apple ID and your password generated by Apple, app-specific password, go ahead and hit install. And in this case, it says Altstore already installed on another device. I already have that installed on my iPhone, so that's okay. For this video, I'll just go ahead and hit continue to install it on the iPad. Okay guys, I am deeply sorry. I don't know what is going on with my iPad, but it is having some technical difficulties of installing the installing the Altstore. Maybe it's because I already have it installed on my phone. I never tried to reinstall it on a different device while it being on another device already, so maybe that's why it's not working. But I promise you, all those steps that I mentioned beforehand, it is correct. So once you install the Altstore on your iOS device, the next thing you want to do is go onto your device itself, and you would want to scroll over to the actual app. But before that, there is one thing you have to do, and that is to trust that certificate. So in order to do that, after you install the app on your iOS device, so I have mine in utilities, and there it is. So once you verify that it's there, you would want to go to settings, general, device management, and see there's my Apple ID, and you'd want to tap on your Apple ID, and see there's the Altstore and the Delta. So normally it would say verify app, but I had already verified it, so I don't have to do that again. And I'll show you what this Delta app is in a little bit, but make sure you verify it so that way it allows you to open it. After that, go ahead and scroll to it, and it will look like this once you open up everything. Unfortunately, these are the only 2 apps that are here, which is the Delta, which is a emulator for all your classic games, Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, and regular Nintendo. So you can go ahead and go to browse, and see I already have the Delta app already, and you would hit install. And the same thing with Delta Lite. If you want to, you would hit free and then it would install. Under my apps, this is the cool part. See how it says 7 days? You would have to hit refresh all in order to keep it going, because there's a week or 7 days of it still being signed on your device before Apple decides to unsign it. So with this, all you have to do is just open up this app, go to my apps, and hit refresh all, and then you'll be good to go to another 7 days. I guess that's the only downside about this, is that you have to remember to refresh it in order to keep the apps running on your device forever. I set an alarm 3 days prior. That way I can always refresh it and I can keep these apps. And one thing I did forget to mention is that you have to be connected to the same Wi-Fi as your computer, which is basic knowledge. So, and after that, you can go ahead and download that Delta app. I have it under my games folder, and I have all my emulators here, or all my ROMs here. So I have Bomberman, Zelda, Mario Kart, Mega Man, Rugrats, Star Fox, all the classics for Nintendo 64, and then there's Super Metroid. But just to show you that it works, let's go ahead and load up Mario Kart, one of my all-time favorites. And you can either play it in portrait mode or landscape mode, whichever. And there it is. You can go ahead and play it. So it's a neat little app, and it's for those who want to relive their childhood memories. Now, with that being said, in order to make it easier, that way you don't have to plug in your device all the time to connect to the alt server on your computer, what you can do is go to iTunes, and I'll show you that on the computer right now. Alright, so now we're back to our computer. What you want to do is that you would want to go to iTunes or Music if you have Catalina. See, I still have my iPad connected, but what you would want to do is that you would want to go to sync settings, and then you would want to hit show this iPad when on Wi-Fi. So that way you don't have to connect your device all the time to the computer. You can just sync it up with Wi-Fi, and then you could refresh the apps that way. And that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully it made sense. I do apologize for it not working on my iPad. I honestly think it is because I have it synced up to my iPhone already. And all the steps that I mentioned prior to that is what you have to do. Just to give you a rundown, install the app from the website, open it, make sure you have that diamond in your search bar, connect your iOS device, whether it's an iPad or an iPhone, go ahead and hit install Altstore to the said iPad or iPhone, enter your Apple ID and the app specific password. Again, it will give you the website, and again I will link it down below. If it's your first time, it should install without an issue. If it doesn't, just keep retrying it. I've never had an issue with it up until now, so just keep trying it. If it keeps giving you issues, go onto your iOS device, settings, general, profile management, verify it through your email or your Apple ID, open up the Altstore app, and there you are. Oh, one thing I did forget to mention as well, first time opening it, you would have to re-enter your Apple ID and that app specific password again. That's just to show Apple that you are logged in to your own device and that you can install apps on that specific device. So after that, then you can download those 2 apps I showed you, the Delta ones. Again, those are the only 2 at the moment, but I do feel like they would add more, so just keep in touch. I'll definitely post more the moment that happens. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, and I will see all of you in the next video.